Hello, hello. Welcome to the PG-ish podcast. I'm Erin with your parental guidance to help you grow yourself as a parent and raise healthy, happy, and successful humans. Before we jump into today's show about how to reframe defeat, check out our sponsors, which is the best way to support PG-ish. First, I want to mention Peak Teas. Like you know, we're in the home stretch of summer, and if you need an extra pick-me-up, Peak Teas can help. Peak Teas will support your immune health while providing calm energy so that you can continue to juggle all of those parenting and adulting balls. I love the delicious daily ritual for radiant skin and deep hydration, which includes the duo of BT Fountain Electrolyte and the Sun Goddess Matcha. And yes, I'm a complete matcha lover over here. And then second, it's normal to think that you may not be suffering enough to need therapy or outside support. But sometimes you need a neutral person to talk to. So enter BetterHelp Online Therapy. They have a team of licensed therapists and counselors and offers confidential and convenient online therapy sessions that you can access from the comfort of your own home. Their online platform is easy to use and offers a variety of therapy options, including chat, phone, and video sessions. Whether you sign up and stay for a month or for years, their therapists can provide the guidance and support you need. To take the first step toward a happier, healthier you, sign up with BetterHelp at betterhelp.com/PG-ish to save 10%. You and your mental health and your family are worth investing in. Speaking of which, it happens to all of us, and maybe more often than you care for, but we all experience setbacks. Whether you lost your job recently, got a bad health diagnosis, or if you're frustrated yet again with a co-parent who could care less about a parenting plan, or got an unexpected bill in the mail, you fill in the blank. It's important to remember that it's a learning process and that some of your darkest moments can be a launching pad for greater revelations and things to come. Eric Thomas, or E.T. as you may know him, is going to share how to embrace setbacks, stay in alignment with your values, and how to challenge yourself to take daily action toward your goals. Being aware of the steps you need to take is one thing, but having a resilient mindset is another. Here's E.T.
Good. Let's go to work. All right. Competition is a part of life, not a reason to get distracted. All right. Come on. Setbacks, whatever. Like, write this down. I am sick and tired of people coming to me saying that they had a setback. It is a part. Listen to me. A setback is a part. Look, as much as you enjoy success, you ought to enjoy setbacks. Why? Because I just told you I had a dream. My wife had a dream. And when my wife got MS, it actually, I always tell people it's like a slingshot. When you get pulled back and back and back and back, don't look at that as a negative, because whatever your goal is, it's in the middle of that slingshot. It's going back. And the farther it goes back, the greater the speed and the velocity when you let that thing go, and boom. So listen to me very closely. I love the sun, but things don't grow because of the sun. You have to have some rain. And you've got to stop looking at rain in your life as something bad. Let me tell you something. The greatest ideas that have ever come to me did not come when I was on a cruise. I'm just being honest. I've not had my greatest ideas sitting on the balcony on the cruise with a 7-course meal. You know when I had some of my greatest ideas? When I was in the hospital waiting for Dee Dee when she was getting the MRI. When that doctor told me, you can't come in, I said, I can't come in. I've been with Dee Dee since I was 16. I go wherever Dee Dee goes. They're like, you can't come back here. And when Dee Dee would be in that MRI, I remember the first time she did it, and 6 months later she came back. And I remember they showed me, and it's like, she's increased the legion. And I was like, man, okay, we got to change your diet. We got to do this. We got to do that. And every time we would go back, I would just be in the waiting room pacing for an hour, praying like I'd never prayed before, pacing, praying, thinking. And my wife come out, they're like, she's doing great. She hasn't had a legion since then. But every time we go in MRI, I promise you, I come out with an idea that takes us to a whole nother level. I've had my greatest ideas. I had my greatest ideas in my darkest nights. I had my greatest ideas when I went through the most pain that I've ever gone through. I remember when I got kicked out of a church. I remember I prayed like I never prayed. I thought like I never thought. Launched another church and we're doing phenomenal, sending kids to school. It's unbelievable. But my greatest moments didn't come from my greatest moments. Oh, okay. You missed that. Write that down somewhere. My greatest moments didn't come from my greatest moments. My greatest moments came from my greatest defeats, because it was during my defeat that I had to find a way to get back up. So I want you to write that down. I want you to write down, I will change the way I look at competition. I will change the way I look at defeat. Why? Because iron sharpens iron. Success, listen to me. Success, while it's good and it's our aim, it does not necessarily grow us in certain areas. We need defeat. All right, write this down. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to challenge yourself, right? I want you to challenge yourself. Write that down. I want you to start challenging you, right? And so when you look at your competition, I don't want you to look at your competition as something bad. I want you to look at your competition and I want you to find the gaps. Write that down. I want you to find your gaps. So when I first started doing motivational speaking, the first gap I found, come on, if anybody knows me, like you find me on Instagram, you find me on YouTube, you find me on Facebook. I'll never forget when I first started doing this work, I remember people would call me, it's like, yo, I'm going through a divorce, or I didn't pass my boards, and they would be discouraged. And I remember, like, you could go online and you could buy, like, Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Zig Ziglar. They would have these infomercials, and it'd be like a 2-minute infomercial. And afterwards, like, you could buy the DVD or the cassette tape. I'm telling my age. You could buy the cassette series. But you know what the problem with the cassette series was? Fire. Zig Ziglar, fire. Les Brown, fire. Tony Robbins, fire. Especially back then, I probably couldn't hold water with those boys. But you know, I saw a gap. And the gap was, it took about 4 weeks for you to get your cassette tapes. I said, got them. There go the gap right there. No, don't look at your competition in a bad way. I was like, it's a gap. Like, bro, I'm about to get a divorce. And me and my wife, we getting into it. We about to go to the court. And Tony Robbins, Les Brown, they're going to change my life. And it takes 4 weeks to get. Y'all probably divorced in the 4 weeks it took to get the video. It's over. The marriage is over. I would put out a video every single day. So when you watch my video every day, you might go, he too loud. He got too much energy, but I'm about to get a divorce. I might as well just watch it. You know what I'm saying? He loud. Ain't nobody else that loud, but by the time I get their tapes, it's over. And after you listen to me for 4 weeks and you finally got your DVD, you was like, oh, I might not need this no more. And guess what? You got addicted to listening to Eric Thomas, not because he was best, but because he was available. Listen to me very closely. I never said I was the best, but I'm available. And then I would put myself up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Why? Because when you got up and opened up your computer, I wanted to be the first thing you saw with, voila, Eric Thomas. You like, I'm sick and tired of seeing this guy. I know you are, but that's all right. At one point, you're going to hear something that's going to click.
Yes, ET brings you the best reminder that in order to get your harvest, you need some rain. Things take time to learn and unlearn, and success in any arena doesn't happen overnight. Maybe you're like me and you constantly tell your kiddos to try new things, yet fear holds them back because they know they're not going to be good right away. Yet, how often do you do the same thing? How often do you limit yourself because of fear? Fear of failing, just fear of the unknown, fear of not being good at all? I challenge you to take a chance. Maybe you need to get back up and try again. Tweak how you approach a circumstance or how you deliver a message and see what happens. And don't forget, you have something unique in you that your kids or maybe your team at work needs, but maybe it needs a refresh. Keep your chin up and your eyes open to see how you can approach and redefine a new level of joy and success. But hey, even when things are tough, remember, you're not alone and we're all in this together. So, how will you challenge yourself this week to reframe defeat? If you like ET, check out episode 269 for some more encouragement, or his website, ericthomas.com. Links can also be found in the show notes, along with our sponsors, BetterHelp and Peak Teas. If you haven't already done so, please follow PG-ish on your favorite podcast platform. And if you find PG-ish helpful, interesting, or encouraging, please share with a friend via text or on social so that more parents can learn and grow alongside their kiddo like you. See you next time, my friend.